Imagine walking through the streets of a quiet medieval city. The morning feels ordinary. Merchants are opening their shops. Children are playing outside. Church bells echo through the narrow streets. Then you notice a woman. She is dancing. At first, no one pays much attention, but hours pass, and she doesn't stop. By the next day, her feet are bleeding. Her body is exhausted, yet she keeps dancing as if an invisible force has taken control. Within weeks, hundreds of people are doing the same. Some collapse from exhaustion, some die, and more than 500 years later, no one knows exactly why it happened. The story begins in the summer of 1518 in the city of Strasbourg, part of the Holy Roman Empire. Historical records tell us that a woman known as Frau Trophäa suddenly stepped into the street and began to dance. There was no music, no celebration, no festival. She simply danced. Witnesses watched in confusion as the hours passed. She ignored the pain, ignored the heat, and ignored the growing crowd around her. By the end of the day, she was still dancing. According to several historical accounts, she continued for days with only brief pauses caused by complete exhaustion. At first, people believed she had lost her mind, but they were about to discover something even more terrifying, because soon she would not be dancing alone. At first, the townspeople believed Frau Trophäa was simply suffering from madness, but within days, something impossible began to happen. One by one, other people started dancing too. They weren't family members. They weren't close friends. Many had never even spoken to each other. Yet they all showed the same terrifying behavior. They danced for hours under the burning summer sun. Their muscles cramped. Their shoes fell apart. Their feet became swollen and covered in blood. Some screamed in pain while continuing to dance. Others begged for help but couldn't make their bodies stop moving. Panic spread through Strasbourg faster than anyone could explain. The city had never seen anything like it. As the days turned into weeks, the number of dancers kept growing. Contemporary reports suggest that dozens and eventually hundreds of people were caught in the strange outbreak. The streets became scenes of exhaustion and fear. Families watched helplessly as loved ones danced until they collapsed. Some people reportedly suffered heart attacks. Others died from strokes, dehydration, or complete physical exhaustion. Whether every reported death can be confirmed remains uncertain, but there is little doubt that the event caused widespread suffering. Every morning, more people joined. Every evening, the streets were filled with bodies too exhausted to stand. No one understood why the nightmare refused to end. The city authorities desperately searched for an explanation. Doctors of the time believed the dancers were suffering from what they called hot blood. According to their medical understanding, the only way to recover was to let the body continue dancing until the illness burned itself out. So instead of stopping the dancers, they encouraged them. A wooden stage was built in the center of the city. Musicians were hired. Drummers and violinists played for hours. Professional dancers were even brought in to keep the victims moving. The authorities believed they were helping. Instead, the number of dancers continued to rise. What was meant to cure the plague may have made it even worse. As the strange outbreak continued, many people stopped looking for medical answers. Instead, they turned to religion. Some believed the dancers had been cursed by Saint Vitus, a Christian saint who, according to medieval belief, could punish people with uncontrollable movements. Others thought the city had angered God. Fear spread almost as quickly as the dancing itself. Eventually, the authorities abandoned the idea of music and public dancing. The remaining victims were taken to a small shrine dedicated to Saint Vitus in the nearby mountains. There, priests prayed over them. Religious rituals were performed. Historical records suggest that over time, the outbreak slowly faded away, but no one could explain why it had started in the first place. More than 5 centuries have passed since the dancing plague of 1518, yet historians and scientists still debate what really happened. One of the oldest theories involves a fungus called ergot, which can grow on damp rye used to make bread. The fungus contains chemicals that can affect the human brain, causing hallucinations and muscle spasms. At first, this sounded like the perfect explanation, but many researchers now doubt it. Ergot poisoning usually causes severe pain and weakness, making it extremely difficult for someone to dance continuously for days. Today, one of the most widely accepted explanations is mass psychogenic illness, sometimes called mass hysteria. In times of extreme stress, fear, hunger, and uncertainty, the human mind can produce surprisingly powerful physical symptoms. The people of Strasbourg had experienced years of famine, disease, and hardship. Some experts believe the dancing plague may have been a tragic psychological response to overwhelming suffering. But even this theory cannot answer every question. The dancing plague remains one of history's greatest medical mysteries. We know it happened. Contemporary documents describe it. City records mention it. Chroniclers wrote about it. But many details have been lost to time. How many people truly danced? How many actually died? And why did the outbreak suddenly disappear? Historians continue to search for answers, but no single explanation has solved every part of the puzzle. Perhaps the truth was never just one thing. Perhaps it was fear, illness, belief, and the extraordinary power of the human mind, all happening at the same moment. More than 500 years later, the streets of Strasbourg are peaceful once again. But the story of the dancing plague still challenges everything we think we know about the human mind. Was it disease, poison, mass psychology, or something history can no longer explain? Whatever the answer may be, one fact remains. Hundreds of years ago, an ordinary summer day became one of the strangest chapters ever recorded in human history. And perhaps some mysteries are meant to remain unsolved. If you enjoy exploring history's darkest and most unbelievable stories, consider subscribing to Forgotten Facts, because history still has many secrets waiting to be uncovered.